guys, welcome to Forme GO. My name is Mel and today I'm taking you through a sample class of our tempo category. Now our tempo category is all about having classes that incorporate cardio and are really designed to get your heart rate up and your sweat on. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. Now today's session is primarily upper body and core focused. So really heavy on the shoulders, the core's going to be shaking and we're going to be sweating by the end of this. Now, equipment that we're going to need is we are going to need our dowel for the beginning of today's workout. So make sure you've got that handy. If you don't have a dowel, a broomstick or anything similar is just as good. So go ahead and grab that. For our springs, we're going to start on one green medium spring. That is our good option. If you're wanting to push yourself, go for a high green medium spring. If you're wanting to take it a little bit easier, we can put on a high yellow. But for now, let's just start with that green medium spring. Foot bar can just be one click down. We're not going to need that just yet. But let's go ahead, take a seat on the carriage, and let's get into it. Facing the straps, what we're going to do here is we're just going to get our equipment sorted and get the dowel set up for our first sequence. So I'm going to take a hold of my left loop and I'm going to hook my dowel through the loop like this. Holding onto the dowel, I'm going to now grab my right loop and I'm going to do the same. Now in terms of placement for our straps, just make sure that the straps are running straight in line with the carriage, about shoulder width apart so that we can hold onto the dowel outside of the straps. Wonderful. Let's get going. Scoot your hips back towards the carriage. We're going to have our feet extended out in front of us. And what we're going to start with is some front raises. So holding the dowel at shoulder or chest height, we're going to roll those shoulders back and down away from our ears. We're going to exhale and drive that dowel above our head. Now this is essentially our warm-up. We're slowly just getting the blood firing to the right muscles. Nice and slow and controlled with this movement, feeling exactly where we want to be burning. With this, I definitely want the shoulders to be working, but I want us to also be focusing on those shoulder blades. What are they doing at the back? Are they retracting? Are we squeezing them together in that top position? And we shouldn't feel anything coming through to that neck. Keeping those shoulders down and away from our ears, making sure we're not scrunching those shoulders up as we draw that dowel back. Exhale. Now with this one, if you do struggle with shoulder mobility and we can only get halfway up, that's fine. Don't compromise your form. We're just working to our own limits here. We're here for 3 more. Really starting to feel those muscles kick in now. You know, I love an upper body burn, so this one's about to get spicy. Beautiful. Our next layer, so we're going to curl our spine down into that nice beautiful C shape. As we do so, we're going to row the dowel to our chest and sit back through. I'm just going to shuffle my hips a little bit further forward so I've got my feet hanging off the end of the headrest. So as I exhale, I'm going to curl that spine down, row that dowel to my chest and bring it back up to reset. We're here for 10. As we lower that spine, I really just want you to focus on your core. Find that core, draw that belly button in, and making sure we're not exerting pressure out through our core. We're really keeping everything nice and tight and not feeling anything through that lower back. Challenge yourself here. Control this movement because now we're starting to warm up the core for what's to come. We're here for 4 more. Beautiful work. Give me 3 more. 2 more. 1 more here. Okay, eyes to the screen. We're into our next layer. Same movement, but this time in that bottom position from here, I'm going to push the dowel up to the roof and extend back up. So we're creating that really nice arm circle. throughout this movement, curling that spine down, rowing to the chest, push up to the roof, and extend back forward. We're here for 7. Those shoulders should be really starting to feel nice and spicy, because I know mine are. Give me 5 more. Again, just working to our own limits. If mobility is an issue, we can drop down a spring level to make sure that we're able to work and perform beautifully. Lovely. 3 more. Draw that chest up nice and high as we sit back up. Last one here. I am shaking. Okay, watching here, now we're going to reverse that movement. So still holding on, my hands are getting sweaty. Okay, this time we're drawing the circle up as we curl that spine down, draw to the chest and reach back through. So hands shoot up to the sky as the spine curls down into the chest and reach back through. We're here for 7. This one takes a little bit of coordination, but it is a seriously spicy movement. Your shoulders should be shaking. We're not here for too much longer. 4 more. Final 3. Woo, 2 more. Stick with me here, guys. I know this hurts, and I think we're well and truly warm. Last one, and into reset. Ooh, okay, wipe those hands. This dowel is getting sweaty. Scooching our hips slightly forward so that our feet are resting on the headrest. Again, just move those shoulders around. Give them a little bit of TLC because we're not quite finished with them yet. Shoulders back down and away from our ears. What we're going to do here is we're going to curl down into that nice C position. We're going to push the dowel up to the roof so that my elbows are in line with my shoulders. Neutral gaze, nice and strong through the core. I'm going to extend through the elbows and flex. So now we're really starting to get those biceps working, but those shoulders are working really hard to keep those elbows up nice and high. Focus here is to not let the straps pull your arms down. All we want to be doing is hinging at the elbows, curling that dowel towards your forehead and extending back through. What I don't want to see is that dowel knocking down onto the knees. Keep it nice and in line with the chest and extend. We're here for 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great, back up to reset. Woo! Really getting things working. Holding that same position with our arms. So draw those elbows up to the roof. I've got my elbows in line with my shoulder. I'm going to hold this position. All I'm going to do here is curl that spine back and extend back through. Beautiful. And extend back through. This one looks simple, but my goodness, it is deceptive. It is so spicy. We're here for 6. Here we go, guys. Great work. Let's give me 4 more. Lovely. Sit nice and proud. Curl that spine down. Upright. Lovely. Last 2. Really starting to feel that core. Last one. And up to reset. Ooh-wee. Well done. Great work. Our final wee sequence of this movement, of this setup with the dowel, we're going to scoot our hips a little bit closer to the shoulder pads. From here, we're going to lie flat on the carriage. So your shoulders should be ever so slightly off the edge of the carriage, depending on the length of your torso, but ideally scoot yourself so that they're unsupported. Your head will also be unsupported. From here, we're going to go ahead and grab onto our dowel, so palms facing forward. We're going to extend the arms up. So just find that tension somewhere to hold you nice and still, because we're going to lift our legs off. From here, I just want us to find the carriage. Tuck that pelvis under and really just imprint that lower back onto the carriage. Do a couple of big deep breaths for me. Find that nice setup, and from here, we're going to lower the arms slightly so that they are just above our shoulders. And as we exhale, we're going to shoot our arms over our head and shoot our legs out into that nice long V. What I want us to focus on is lifting that chest up off the carriage. Okay, so really not straining through the neck, but lifting that chest and those shoulder blades off. We're here for 5. Beautiful, here for 4. Try not to lose your back on the carriage. Keep it nice and stuck. 2 more. 1 more. Beautiful. Into reset. Draw those arms back out, and from here, holding this position, what we're going to do is extend both legs out and in. Really draw those arms back. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Hold it out. We're going to now do some scissors. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Close and bring it in to reset. Woo, well done, guys. I think we're well and truly warm. Again, if you're feeling any tension in your neck from that, just give it a little bit of roll around, but hopefully you should really be feeling those shoulders in that core, and the heart rate should be slightly elevated. We're going to get that even higher about now. So I'm going to pop that dowel back under the carriage. If you've got room under your carriage, go ahead and put it under there. Otherwise, place it somewhere in your room. We're not going to need it for the rest of the session. Now, we are going to get into some more upper body, a little bit of shoulder, a little bit of chest work. This is going to be some heavy, fast-paced work. This is where things are going to get spicy. So, for our springs, we're going to be putting 1 red heavy spring on. So, go ahead and join me on that. That is going to feel heavy, but we're here to challenge ourselves. So, if it is too heavy, feel free to drop down to a green or a high green. But for now, let's get set up. We're going to come into a kneeling position. So facing the foot bar, I'm going to come into my knees. My feet are going to be up against my shoulder pads. I'm going to wipe that sweat a little bit so I feel nice and secure, and we're going to go ahead and take hold of our short straps. Lovely, holding that and coming through. We're going to get into a low kneeling position. So you can see I'm just resting my glutes on the back of my heels, but I am hinging forward ever so slightly. We've got 3 layers we're going to go through here. We've got some single arm punches into double arm punches, and then we alternate through. Now, this is all about fast pace, powerful and controlled. We're layering the whole thing up together, so we should feel pretty pooped at the end of this. Here we go. Rolling those shoulders back and down away from our ears, finding our core. We're going to start with our palms facing up. As we punch, we're going to rotate through so that our fists are facing upright, knuckles to the roof. Rotate back down to the hip. As we punch, I want us to punch to shoulder height. Let your gaze follow that fist, punching to the midline of your body. Inhale to reset. Punch to that midline of the body. We have got 10 reps each side to go through. We're on in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Punch and reset. Exhale. 2, Nice. 3, 4. Again, 10 each side. Really driving through. Don't lose that core. That's 3. Be powerful with that breath. 4. Nice work, guys. Rotate through that torso as we punch. Feeling this through the shoulders pretty much straight away. Great job. We're at 7. Stick with me here. Great work. 8. We've got 2 more each side. Really drive. It's starting to feel so heavy now. 9. Great work. We're at 10. Both arms together now. Draw, punch to the middle. Inhale to reset. We're here for 10. 9. 8. Don't stop now. We're almost at the end. 7. Here we go. 6. 5. 4. Push through. 3. 2. 1. We're going to hold your hands out there. Keep that left hand out. We're going to drop that right, meet it back out. Drop the left, meet it back out. Inhale to reset. Punch out. Right, left, and reset. We're here for 8. Great work. 7. Be powerful. 6. I'm really starting to get puffed and sore now. 5 more. Let's go. Keep it here with me. 4. Great job, guys. I hope you are burning as much as I am. Final 3. Drive. Drive. 2 more. Good. Give me that last one. Drive. Drive, hold, and reset. Woo. And slowly make your way off. Oh my goodness. Come have a little wee breather. Roll those shoulders around. That was seriously spicy. Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank goodness that's over. But we're about halfway through our session and we're going to get into some plank series. Now, with this one, we do have a few options for springs. Essentially, we can go for that green medium spring. So if you're on that already, amazing. Or if you want, I'm going to change and take my red spring off, and I'm going to put a high yellow spring on. Go ahead and join me with that. Green may be slightly more challenging. Again, with planks, essentially the lighter the spring, the more your core is going to be working. So what we're going to do here is we're going to come onto all fours, kneeling on the carriage, facing the straps. We're going to get into a high plank series. So we've got some planks into some pikes, we've got some plank tucks, and then we have got some single leg tucks. So a lot of work to do here. This is going to get spicy. What I like to do first is put my right foot on the foot bar, fully extend that out, and make sure that I feel really nice and strong and comfortable with this here. My thumbs are kind of locked up against the shoulder pads so that my hands feel really nice and secure. What I'm going to do now is extend and bring my left foot out to meet up on the foot bar, and they are holding at hip width apart. Holding this plank, I'm going to shoot my hips up to the roof and extend back out to the plank. Inhale, shoot the hips high. Exhale to return. Here we go. We're here for 10. Good. 9, finding that core. Don't let that lower back sink. Keeping those shoulders above your hands. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Holding that position, we're going to bend the knees in. Exhale to return. 10. 9. 8. 7. This is going to feel slightly harder because our feet are elevated. 4. 3. 2, 1. Hold this position. We're going to take our right foot off, tuck to our elbow, extend over the foot bar. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring into pike. Have a wee reset. We're going to do the same with the left foot. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that plank. 10, 8, 7, 6. Don't drop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow. Oh my goodness. Come, take a seat. I almost lost that there. That was super challenging. I don't know about you guys. Shoulders were already shaking, but that core, what a good burner. Okay, a couple of big deep breaths. We want that heart rate to settle before we get into the final push. Big breath in, big breath out. Great work. Okay, we're into our final push. With our foot bar, come and stand up. We're going to put it into its upright position. We're also going to finish with another plank series, bit of rotational core, bit of upper body strength. This is our final circuit. We're not here for long. This is when we really want to push it. Now, either stand on that high yellow or green spring. Again, the high level spring, the slightly more support you're going to have with your core. So again, up to you how you're going to challenge yourself. I'm going to choose that high yellow spring because I know I want a little bit of support when I'm getting into our press-ups. Now we have 3 rounds to get through. We've got 5 press-ups into 10 mountain climbers. We're going to repeat that 3 times non-stop. This is going to suck, but we love it. This is what we're here for. Come grab a seat or come kneel onto the carriage. Feet up against our shoulder rests. My hands are going to be just ever so slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Really holding on nice and strong. Now as I exhale, I'm going to push that carriage away and I'm going to make sure that my shoulders are over my hands. Okay, so really making sure that you're not reached out too far, but that we're not also leaning over the foot bar. So another alternative for this is if you can't do that full standing press up, you can draw the carriage back slightly and get into your press ups on your knees. So reminder, we've got 5 press ups, 10 mountain climbers, 3 rounds. Let's get going. Okay, starting off nice and strong. We're going to drop down, exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, into press ups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, driving those knees to the opposite elbow, feeling those obliques. Last one, last 5, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold this position. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop to reset. Woo! I don't know about you guys. I am pooped. That was awesome. Wow, thank you so much for joining me. Let's get into a quick stretch before we go on our way. Bring that elbow up to the sky. Big deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel that stretch. Bring that arm across. Hand down by our side, reaching over. Really trying to slow that heart rate down now. Let's go through the other side. Bringing that shoulder across. And in just over 20 minutes, we are sweating from head to toe, and heart rate is really nice and high. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that class. Thank you so much for joining me for one of our tempo-styled classes. And again, I hope to see you at one of our other classes. Bye.